Hello, welcome. My name is Astrid. I'm a psychic oracle mentor and your spiritual big sis. We're going to get right into a reading. The moon is in Aries right now, and yeah, it's a little aggressive. Anytime the moon is in Aries, I'm like, people, places, things, emotions just feel much more direct than usual. So let's see who I'm speaking to today. What are you dealing with? This is a timeless reading, always timeless, and for anyone who sees it. But at the time that I'm filming this, it is Sunday, January 5th of 2025. We've got the moon in Aries. We've got the sun in Capricorn, right? Let me take a look here. Yeah, sun in Capricorn. We've got Pluto and 1 degree Aquarius. It's just a lot, okay? It's just a lot. Okay, people are talking about all kinds of stuff. So with everything that, is out of our control, let's see what is within our control. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Whoever I'm speaking to, you are on a path of creating your own fortune. There's this, I'm hearing the word steadfast. Okay, that is the energy that I'm getting off of this card. There's this willful, like, I see the thing, I'm going for the thing, and I'm not screwing around, right? This is very directional. You know exactly what you want, and you know exactly where you're going. Let's see what's at the bottom. Oh my. I think that maybe what you're finding is that you haven't received this yet. I'm going to get a little bit more on this, but maybe you haven't received this yet, and you can kind of feel it, right? You can feel it. Whoever I'm speaking to has a serious awareness, I'm hearing, of like what you can provide, right? There's something about community here. Yeah. And then the 3 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. There's community. There's joy in collaboration and fulfillment. And be that, in your physical environment or in the environment that is not physical, in the environment that is digital, right? Whatever it is, you are seeking to find fortune and success, potentially fame. I heard the word fame, through community. That's a very Pluto and Aquarius thing, right? You are right on time. Let's get something about the path work. So Page of Swords. Now, Page of Swords is an interesting card because you really can't get close to that guy. You can't. Oh, I think it's focusing on the dog. You see the dog back there? Luna. Hi, baby. Okay. All right, Luna. We've had enough of you. Focus. Anyways, Page of Swords is an interesting card because it's an immature energy, and it's one of those things that like you can't get close to this guy because he's just wielding that sword. I always think of I always want to call her Ariete, but her name is not Ariete. If you watch Game of Thrones, the young girl who is learning how to be a knight or whatever, this is what that card reminds me of. It is youthful, it is energetic, it is brash. Okay. And this is with ideas and communication, right? So maybe there's something here about a lack of preparedness. Maybe there's something here about, I don't want to say immaturity, but it's as if you are very aware that the blueprint of what will bring you this success is within you. You know that you have the blueprint here, but this just because you have the seeds, the roots taking form, that is something that I think we are still making time and allowance for, right? Let's get a little bit more. What does collective need to know about, what do we want to know here? So we know kind of what you're after. We know the manner in which this fortune may come or this success may come. What is something that you're working on right now that Spirit wants you to focus on? What is something that we can increase our focus on? Well, I mean, yeah, like, okay, so again, we're not focusing. I don't know what, okay. My love, I don't think that you have had an easy road getting to the point where you know exactly who you are and what you want. I think that it is one of these experiences that only comes through trial. The experience that you're currently having of, okay, I'm getting a message here. So I'm hearing refusal to let go. And let go of what? It's not a vibration of attachment. It is, you are in a place where you are not willing to allow what has come of your life, what life experiences you have had. You are not willing to allow those things to, you are not willing to allow those experiences that you've had that would, from an outward perspective, put you in this place pretty consistently. You are refusing that. You have rejected, right? The devil is a lie. You have rejected the reality of what life could have made of you, right? You are rejecting the reality of, or you are rejecting the possibility of what could have come from your life experiences. That's a very powerful thing to claim. That is a very powerful modality to be in, right? And so something that you need to know in this time, something that Spirit is highlighting for you is this increased effort in what is working, what is fulfilling, right? At the bottom of the deck, we have Big Daddy Death, Big Daddy Death. Come on. Big Daddy Death. I'm going to need you to focus. Thank you. This is a card that, oh man, my relationship with this card has changed quite a bit in 2024, leading into 2025 specifically. We see here this acknowledgement of what cannot come with you. This is also, I'm hearing, within yourself. You are not shying away from behavioral patterns that you must release or let go of. You, however, may be experiencing some overwhelm because of, I think that you're just incredibly self-aware, right? So it's like, I know that I have to leave certain behavioral patterns or elements of, maybe aspects of myself that have not been the most fortunate in the past, that have not led me here. Those are things that we are shedding, right? I can see you actively putting effort towards this, but also actively becoming overwhelmed, right? And I think that overwhelm might be putting you here, I think more so than you can see. I don't know. Maybe it's something that's not entirely visible to you. Let's get a little bit more. Yeah. There's this, it's not so much feeling to me as a lack of focus. I feel like you are very focused. Whoever I'm reading for, you are a very focused person. But what is, can I get a little bit more insight, Spirit, on what might be causing this overwhelm that collective is feeling in terms of their own personal growth and personal development? Page of Wands in reverse. This came up in the last reading that I posted. You are aware of the decisions that you've made in the past. And so part of this is a lack of method. Part of this is a lack of planning, I would say. You can take the leap in the adventure. You can be ready for whatever may come. But if you are disorganized on the path, then the effectiveness of your decision making will be heavily throttled. You see? So what can we get as a point of advice? What is the growth point here? What is something actionable that collective can do? Well, I mean, I think I would give this advice to a friend, right? What can we do? You celebrate anything that you can, right? And this is a tricky thing. Because again, depending on when you're watching this, what I'm about to say may or may not apply, but Mars, if I'm looking at, because I do have my astrology software up here, I believe, yes, tomorrow. So it's January 5th on the 6th, Mars retrogresses into the sign of Cancer. Again, if you're watching this not long after I post it, I want you to think about, okay, and if not, then, take this as it is. I want you to think about what was happening in September to October of 2024. What was happening at that time? Because that is when Mars was in Cancer. So whatever is coming up for you as far as things that you can celebrate more, or things that you are finding yourself getting tripped up on between like your current self or your former self and who it is that you are becoming. Like this success that you feel so grandly being right there, like like you can feel it, you can taste it, you can smell it. There's the old version of you, and then there's the new version of you, right? There's in anchoring into that new version of you. This takes time. I want you to think about what Mars is asking you to put into review. What was happening? What was going on in your life in September to October of 2024? Again, this is a timeless reading, so take that as however it resonates for you. Maybe there's, at the time that you're watching this, if this is in the future, maybe there's a retrograde planet that you can think back to, like, well, what was going on at that time? Or maybe there's just a specific event that you can think back to, regardless, right? Regardless, whatever themes are coming up for your life right now, there's something here for you to put into review. Okay. There's something here that Spirit wants you to think about, and really putting focus on that which is working is probably a good idea right now. There's a lot of momentum for you here in these energies. What works? What are you doing right? And focus only on that. Oh my gosh. Well, so, what works, this could be in regards to a romantic relationship. It doesn't have to be. This could be work. This could be any kind of communion of, or union of ideals, people like you and one other person, you and one other energy, be it a contract or an agreement or a romantic partner, whatever it may be. There's something to celebrate there. And I'm also hearing that person wants to celebrate you. My God, there's also something to learn there. Listen, and this is not, I don't think that this is turning into a love reading, but I think that the key to your success truly lies within the way that you relate to the people around you, particularly the people closest to you. So I want you to spend some time thinking about, what are the ways in which I can improve upon former behavioral patterns or circumstances and be maybe a little less rigid, right? Maybe a little less commanding. There's something here about that. I want to get you, okay, and then yes, so that commanding behavior, and this came up in the reading I posted just yesterday, this issue of what you are doing to yourself, right? The mental spaces in which you place yourself, right? Purposeful or not. Now I want to get you, and so here's the thing about that too, that I think a lot of this, and I mean, isn't this the case most of the time? A lot of this must be rooted in some element of your formative years, right? Some event, some behavioral pattern that you picked up in your formative years, some wound that you have there, I think is showing up in shadow. So I think that there's an element of alchemy that needs to take place here. Okay. You are obviously setting out on some kind of new journey or goal. You've got a new kind of refreshed sense of self and a revised kind of to-do list that is more aligned with your higher purpose. And that's beautiful. What within you is holding you back? That might be, maybe it is from September, October of last year, right? Maybe it is something that showed up back then. But I think that even that, if you're looking for this, something that needs to be polished here, right? If you're looking for this sharp edge that needs to kind of be buffed, and you're only looking at what happened, let's say some months ago, I want you to go deeper than that and just kind of feel energetically, like, where is this coming from, right? Is this my absent father? Is this my overworked mother, right? Something that I see a lot in my collective is the wound of overwhelm. And that's also a feminine wound, but it crosses modalities, it crosses polarities. It's just this thing of like, I have too much going on and I can only do this or that. And while that may be true, it also can also act as a self-limiting factor. Anyways, some things that we can polish for the sake of finding that wheel of fortune and embodying that which makes us most joyful. Let's get you something from the archetypes deck. Some insight here. Oh, the hunter. Yeah. So again, please don't get too carried away. You got to look before you leap. Every now and then, we do. And sometimes every now and then we are presented with the opportunity to just leap, and success is, fortune favors the bold for sure. Okay. Especially in current astrology, but there are times, and I want you to be discerning, all of the time, but there are times when maybe we put the cart before the horse, or whatever that saying is. You want to make sure that all of the ducks are in the right rows, right? You want to make sure that all of the eggs are in the right baskets before just barreling in to whatever that new thing is. And this could be just conversations with that Two of Cups, right? Think before you speak. That's really what this message is giving. And all of that fortune that you are after, all of that success that you feel is right there. It's right in reach. I think that the real message of this reading here is something similar to what I've been experiencing a lot in the collective as a theme is the joy is in the doing, but that also brings it back to like that. What that means is every little moment and exchange. This is very much a like the microcosm and the macrocosm kind of a thing. And I have to say there's a lot of like Fool energy here, right? The Fool in the tarot is like gifted this divine knowing of what within him is unseen and not always comprehensive in the human, realm and just in what we experience day to day. And so he has there's this sense of naivety that comes with him, but there's also this like divinity, like he is touched and blessed by God and guaranteed fortune on his path because his intentions are pure, because he steps forth with a pure heart. Now, I want you to carry that intentionality of purity of intention, purity of heart, purity of spirit in every conversation that you enter. What are your intentions? What are you after? Right? Let's get one more here. And the bridge. I think that maybe this is not an indication that you should build bridges, especially ones that were meant that should have been burned, right? What bridges that were faulty, or the bridges that are faulty must come down, right? But maybe a review of what bridges should stay strong and what bridges should be kind of retrofitted and what bridges you should just let fall. I think that now would be a really good time to consider what bridges might just need to fall, right? What towers might just need to fall, like, and having a sense of peace with that and acceptance of that is one part of it. But the other part of it is acknowledging, that something else that's come up for me recently is the concept of chosen family being absolutely divinely blessed and needing a revisiting within the individual experience in this collective. It is good, it is safe, it is joyful. You are celebrated in your pursuit of strengthening the bonds of the family that you have chosen. You are blessed in that, right? A lot of the time, I think that we find ourselves striving for something that we already have, right? And so maybe part of this message is the fortune that you so greatly desire. You do have it vibrationally and physically in some forms already. So in what ways can you celebrate, bring light to, and deeper enjoyment to the ways in which that fortune or that goal exists in your life already, right? This is a beautiful reading. Thank you so much. I'm going to get one more card I just feel like I should get one more card from the tarot. Okay, we've got the Queen of Wands here. Yeah. And so that's this energy that has been so bold lately. This Queen of Wands, again, you know where you're going, you know what you're doing, your face is towards the sun. Okay. And I want you to embrace that while still, it's something I was expressing to my mom recently. We were kind of having a deeper conversation, a more philosophical conversation. And I told her, where we were talking about how sometimes we are really, really good in one area of our life and then we fall short in another area of life. And I said, speaking for myself, I may be really good, and deeply value loyalty, which I do. I may be an incredibly loyal person, but where I embody and value loyalty, I falter in maintenance, right? And that's me holding myself accountable. This may be a truth for me. This may be something that I, can polish, right? So while the Queen of Wands is this beautiful indication of where it is that you intend on going, what it is that you intend on doing, how can she sometimes set ablaze, because there is so much focus on that future Wheel of Fortune, how can she sometimes set ablaze what fortune has already been granted to her, right? Don't trample the blessings that you currently have. Don't burn the bridges that you currently have that are valuable to you for the sake of what you see as potential, right? Value what you have in this moment. This is a beautiful reading. Thank you so much, Collective, for allowing me to read for you. Please be sure to subscribe if you're not currently subscribed, and leave a comment and leave a like. It's so helpful. I love you so much. Thank you.